Here now to discuss this investigation further, NewsNation national security analyst Tracy Walder. She's also a former CIA officer and FBI special agent. Tracy, thanks so much for joining us on this.
Thank you so much for having me, Natasha.
So Tracy, first with your background, I just want to get your initial thoughts when you saw these unsealed documents in this reporting.
First of all, thank you for covering this. Quite frankly, I think it's really important that we bring this to light and that we discuss these things. Obviously, it is horrific to think that this was going on, but the reality is this goes back even farther. I mean, you have instances in 2014 of women being recorded on submarines while they were taking showers. And so this is something that has been very, very rampant throughout the military and throughout the Navy. There's multiple reports of this, and I'm very glad it's being brought to light.
I appreciate that. And I want to get into whether you think this violates federal laws and where the investigation should begin. But first, I think there is a temptation to be dismissive of this story, to say, oh, it's disgusting, it's perverted. Tell me about the gravity of this. What kind of impact does this have? The name and the rank attached to these videos, the service members' faces. What does this mean about that? And also about, base security and sense of security on our bases?
No, you're absolutely right, Natasha. If you think about it, it goes even farther than just their names being out there. This was on Pornhub. This was distributed. And so, yes, you can take it down, and it has been taken down. But as I always tell everyone, the internet lives forever. And so now you have their names, their ranks, their faces all associated with this, despite the fact that Pornhub has taken this down. And so now you have taken away any right of privacy that any of these individuals have. I also think it, from a national security perspective, is disturbing in that you are having someone surreptitiously placing cameras in places that they are not supposed to be on aircraft carriers and destroyers. That is also problematic.
Absolutely. And let's talk about whether this violates federal laws. What kind of consequences would this person be facing?
Look, I think that this person is facing a multitude of consequences. They could look at national security charges here, terrorism charges, those kinds of things. I don't think that that's where they're going to go with this. Probably lewd conduct and lewd behavior is where they are going to go. It looks like that's what NCIS is doing, although I'm not 100% certain. They are absolutely facing time in prison for this. However, I am not sure that they have narrowed down the individual who has done this. That seems unclear from these documents.
And tell me about the significance of the names and ranks being on these videos. What does this tell you? What should investigators glean from that?
So in my opinion, the names and ranks being on these videos, it had to be someone who had served on both of those aircraft carriers, in my opinion, the land and the cable, only because that would have had to have then been someone who's familiar with these individuals' faces, their names, and their ranks in the military. So that is my gut, and that's where I think they need to begin this investigation. Both of them were stationed around Guam, so you could narrow down sort of that area of interest.
I want to talk about the main lead they have to go off of, which is, of course, someone's username on that porn website. Where does this investigation begin? What kind of person, what kind of access would they have had to do or had to have to do this?
So the sad reality is it's not that difficult, quite frankly, to upload pornography to sites like Pornhub. The problem is obviously have individuals who are not witting participants in this, and that's why it needs to be taken down. This is going to be a multifaceted investigation. Obviously, you have NCIS, who is probably leading the charge here, but you may have the FBI at some point getting involved as well, simply because of the distribution of this, as well as the technological capabilities that they have.
Okay, Tracy Walder, I really appreciate the gravity you're bringing to this and the seriousness with which you're speaking about this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.